So choosing a career and personal development for any career success and breakthrough. I'm going to jump into it. Career choice, some truths. You don't make a career choice, you define your life goals and lifestyle objectives. And that should be the starting point. Then find a career that will help you achieve it, not the other way around. Career is a means to an end and not an end in itself. Ask for wisdom if you're not sure what to do. And then I say seek counsel. Parents, teachers, experienced people in the field that you are considering. Then interest and prospects. Then your personal ability. I mean, obviously, there's no point going for an area that you think you might struggle to be in terms of your academics, in terms of your working life, in terms of physical requirements. Of course, finally, you always have to consider the career prospects and employability. There's no point going to university and study some very fantastic flowery course only to come out and be unemployed and with a lot of loans, some university loans to carry. So employability is something you have to look at these days. So so that's basically an overview of how you need to go about it, I think. So we're going to create a life of purpose. A life of purpose, because that is obviously the starting point in choosing a career. And of course, once you're choosing your career, you need to have a focus to be able to be successful. So I'm going to talk about goal setting. Start by building a good foundation of honesty, character, integrity, faith, love, and loyalty. Remember, my topic is career choice and also about making breakthrough in the career and business world. So these are some of the character foundations that you are going to require or you need to cultivate to be able to be successful. Your goal is yours. You need to define your goals. I mentioned earlier on. I mean, you might have dreams, but it's your dreams until you make them goals. And they need to be yours. You don't need anybody's dream to be. You need to be running after anybody's dream. Where are you now? Assess where you are now in terms of your career. How are you? Where are you right now? And where do you want to go? You want to have small and big goals in terms of your career life. What you want to do in the next 6 months, in the next 1 year, in the next 2 years. When I run career clinics, I usually take my doctors up to 20 years, give them 20-year perspective, and they say, "Whoa, I don't even know about 6 months. What about 20 years?" I say, "No, you do. If this is the career path you're taking, go and see somebody who is already 20 years ahead of you and see what they are doing right now and see if that's the way you really want to end." I mean, so that's one way of looking at it, and they can tell you what the path is. So you're going to have, so career, the 7 key areas of life is perhaps what you need to define before you begin to talk about the career. Because if you don't define this very well, then you might actually succeed in your choosing career only to find that you've reached the top on the ladder and you are actually leaning against the wrong wall because it's not what you like and you're very unhappy. So you can see here, career is only one element. And that's why I say it is not career choice that you need to start with. You need to start, what do I want to do with my life? So your financial goals, your physical well-being goals, your mental health goals, because you might have a job that gives you a lot of money, but ruins your health because you haven't got the time to enjoy it because you're working all the time and you have a lot of issues. So you need to have a lot of personal development, ongoing personal development in place on an ongoing basis. There's never an end to studying and learning. And then family life. If you are somebody that wants family life, then if you choose a career that completely takes you out of the home most of the time, then you might not have that. That might make you unhappy because that's not what you wanted. So you should have thought about it, that this career might end in a particular way. For instance, in medicine, once you qualify as a doctor, you still have about 57 choices to make. And I say to them, look, choose the area that suits where you want to be in life. So set big goals, create excitement and motivation very big goals, and then make sure that the goals you choose are the sort of goals that are really, really relevant to community as well. Okay, be specific with your goals. Don't be wondering generality, like the Ziegler will say, and be a meaningful specific. Be specific on what you want to do. A magnifying glass is one position, in one position focuses the light. In other words, if you focus on something, if you have a laser beam focus on something, you are more likely to achieve it than just being all over the place. Be specific on what you want and set a date for its achievement. So have short range and long range goals. Long range goals enables perspective, and you find that the short range goals focuses you on what you need to be doing right now. Okay, long range goals. I'm not going to be discussing this all very in detail because we haven't got the time today. But with the long range goal, temporary setbacks are like small pebbles. When you know where you are going to, when you have little puddles on the way, you don't really bother about it. You know where you are going to. It's only one way. It's like a cruise missile. I mean, it takes different direction, but the end, where it's going to, is where it's going to. But that's what it's been programmed for. You must have long-range goals. You may lose battles, but focus on winning the war of life. That's what the attitude you want to have in success, both in career and business. Don't change your decision. Set your goals in stone and plans in sand. In other words, be flexible in the plans that you make in achieving a goal that is fixed. The goal is fixed, but how you achieve it is flexible. Okay? It's like a plane journey. Plane sets out from New York to London. It takes a lot of detours, depending on the weather on the way. But eventually, it still comes to London. That's where it's coming to. Traffic jam on the way to work does not prevent you from going to work. You just look another way to go around it. So if you have a roadblock in your career or your business, you don't stop. You don't just stop there and give up. You find another way around it, whatever it takes. Why do people change direction or give up at the drop of a hat? Why do they change? They get discouraged, and because they haven't got these long-range goals. Long-range goals will help by giving long-term perspective. When you know where you are going, so all the little setback will not be discourage you. Don't change your decision to go, but change your direction to get there. That's all you would need to do. Persevere. Sometimes you just have to suck it and tough it out. I mean, sometimes it's just tough. Life is tough. Things are not that easy. But you mustn't give up. You never give up. Like Wusi Justice once said in a famous speech. Break your long-range goals into small bites. So you want to get somewhere in 10 years' time. But then there are little steps little baby steps, and then that you're going to take along the way. And you need to break them into segments, and bit by bit, you're going to get results. Break your long-range goals into small and shorter segments. Break your long range into small and shorter segments. Don't be a half a man or no good. Don't start having double mind about what you want to do. Whatever you want to do, focus on it. Focus on it. And don't procrastinate or well, it's difficult. Shall I go? Shall I not go? Just go. If it's not right, if it's not the right way to go, you will soon find out and you change direction anyway. Don't wait for all the external factors to be perfect before you do anything. And that is very important as you begin to, no matter which career you choose, no matter what business you are doing, you're going to have all these generic issues. Make the commitment, pay the price. Once you made the commitment to go, you prepare to pay the price and change your vocabulary to success one. So we want a success attitude. And one person with commitment is worth 100 people just having interest. A lot of people have interest in things, but when it comes to commitment, very few people are. We don't pay the price for good health. We enjoy the benefits of good health. So when you go around, you jog every day, you do all the things you need to do to keep fit. It's not a price. It's the benefit you should focus on, not the price of doing it. And the same thing when you go to uni, you have to study, you have to stop all the television, stop the Facebook, stop the WhatsApp. It's all part of it. I mean, somebody sent me a message yesterday, said that, oh, they're gonna WhatsApp. And I said, good for you. I think maybe I should be doing that, because WhatsApp and similar media have become what I call WMD, weapons of mass distraction. They're distracting us a lot from the things we need to do. And we need to be very careful the way we use it. We don't pay the price for success, we pay the price for failure. And that is really the truth. When you, how many people, no matter how many times you fail, when you eventually go through it, you forget about the failure. Failure is only important if it's the last time you're going to try. So always keep going once you have made a commitment and you decide that's where you want to go. Have the right mental attitude. Okay, be like Caleb and Joshua. Okay, others said they are giants in the land, and we are like grasshoppers. But they said, God is with us. And that is it. We have the Holy Spirit, we have a lot of support all around us. So have the attitude that, well, we can do it. Be like David and Goliath. Some people will say, oh, Goliath is too big. But David is saying, Goliath is too big. It might not be too big it might be too big to fight. But for me, he's so big, I cannot miss him. I can sling a stone. This one is just too big. I can't miss this target. It's not like hitting the tiny little bird in the distance away. So too big to miss, because God is with me and I have history of success against bears and lions. So how do you see yourself and circumstance? That's what I'm trying to say. You want to go on the call. We saw our lady earlier on who talked about radiography. I was really amazed. She never had any science background, and she decided she was going to have. She determined she was going to do it. She did the science subjects, and then she went and did the course. And today, 3 years down the road, she's loving it. So, and that's what we want. Make the decision and go for it. Get your thinking right. It does not happen in one day or event. When the Bible talks about renewing the mind, as you read the Bible every day, begin to surround yourself with the right people with the right mental attitude, then you will continue to go. Daily feeding with the right material. Listen, read, watch. Okay? You say good in, good out. Garbage in, garbage out. Go. Listen when down or up. So some people, when things are going very well, they stop listening. It's only when they are down that they listen. No, listen all the time. It's a different type of listening, but you need to listen. Training the fleas by conditioning. People have probably heard about that. The fleas in the jar. The jar is closed, and the flea begins to jump out. They want to come out, and they keep hitting the cover. And after a while, they sense that, oh, every time we go higher, we hit the cover. So they don't want that anymore. So after a while, they stop. They jump a little lower than that, and then the cover is taken off, and they never jump out because they limited themselves. And a lot of people in society can limit themselves. You heard about Black Lives Matter. Yes, I know it does really matter, but sometimes people can limit themselves by those sort of issues as well. So be very, very careful. It's not always all about race. Sometimes it's about you understanding how the system works. So take an example from somebody like Roger Bannister, who did the 4-minute mile. Nobody said it could be done. They said to run a 4-minute mile, your heart will explode. But today we know that people are, once he did it, the next 1 year, a lot of people did it. So you need somebody to encourage you, but you also need to encourage yourself. Work with and through others. Work with people and through others. Not a cooperation. Visualize yourself reaching your goals. Always think you are going to reach. Focus on the goal. He who focuses on the light never sees darkness. So, in summary, I would say that in your career, in your business, to succeed, you got to have some of these attitudes. You got to have your dreams, your goals, your plans, your targets, regular reviews, and have the right mental attitude. Thank you.